How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Senegal339, and yes, Death Note, an interesting sort of anime, because I had this plot explained to me already before. I just thought that was just it. But I decided to give it a watch now, even though I should have done it before, as I was told what it was. But it's just that. So Death Note is a 37 episodes. Death Note has 37 episodes. The runtime down to 22 minutes of each episode, and there is two versions of a sub and a dub. I watched the dub version because I wanted to give dub versions a try at least before I always go watch sub. Even though I don't do that for a lot of animes, but it's just casual. Just like maybe if I watch four different animes that are sub, maybe I want to go watch an anime that has a dub. Give it that a shot. If not, go back to sub. So it's not I always do it. So it's just like sometimes whenever I feel like watching an anime that I haven't heard of, that I want to give it a try, dub. So yeah, it could be found on Verb, and the about is Light Yagami is an A student with a great prospects. Can't read that correctly. And when he's bored out of his mind, but when all that changes when he finds the Death Note, a notebook dropped by Rogue Shimigami, Death God. And that's basically it, really. But it really shows throughout the whole 36 episodes. Like, let me get these things out of the way. I love the first opening. I don't like the second opening, even though I don't mind like heavy metal when I play Doom, but I don't like it on this one. It's like something like I have like at least 2 or 3 people on my friends group that would love listening to the second opening. Like, I'm not too much of a fan of it, but it's there to sue its purpose because it's a second opening. So yeah, don't know what to do there. So so it really shows. I just found this straight away. It really shows because it really gave me the quote, like how if you give a man power or something along the lines with power, it really can corrupt someone, and it really did corrupt Light for a certain extent, or not a certain extent. In the beginning, no, the power didn't corrupt them until, everybody was on his case. The whole outside public calls him Kira for all the deaths that he kills only the bad people, because he thinks he is righteous, he thinks he is God, he thinks that he can, be their God and their savior and hopefully create a new world with no evil. Which is, not that bad to think about, to have a good intentions of, hey, maybe I want to make a world where people just do not want to be in evil and everything. So it's really not bad to think about like that. But again, power corrupts people, and instead of killing people, he does more than that. So not people, bad people. He manipulates a lot of people. He manipulates his father. There's one chick that shares the same powers as Misa Misa. What else? He manipulated, I think, 2 or 3 more people. He manipulated his father's own police force and everything. And oh my gosh, he just cannot stop. And for Light, he is really smart and intelligent. And I love what was it? It was him and L when they were going at it towards each other. I love both of those guys throughout that whole section, the first half, I should say, of the section of the anime, because they were really neck and neck. They were really confident that they can get one or the other and everything. And I like that sort of duality, that both of them have their sense of justice, but only one is is superior to the other, which is L, because he wants to bring Kira towards justice and to arrest him and everything. But Light has his own justice of bringing criminals to death and to bringing the crime rate low, so that way no one can ever commit any bad things, or else they'll put their face and name in the internet, and then Kira will kill him, because that's how the Death Note works. You need a face, well, not a face technically. You just need the name, and they're to run the Death Note. They die of a heart attack, but if you specify, they'll die in how they want, or they can be manipulated before they can die. And Light didn't take this offer. I really thought in one of these episodes he was going to take the offer of having Shinigami eyes, but in the cost it will take half of his lifespan. So let's say he has 30 years to live. If he takes the offer of Shinigami eyes, he only has 15 years to live. So it's just like that. But I thought he was going to take it, but no. But he did admit to Ryuk, which is the Shimiga who dropped his notebook, that he would have taken the offer if he would have mentioned it earlier. And Ryuk gotta be my favorite character in this whole anime, even though I feel like he should have gotten more screen time with Light, maybe instead of just like standing there doing nothing. But he does have some conversations with Light and then with other people that touch the Death Note as well. I really like Ryuk's character. He's just really funny, and I feel like he just breaks like the seriousness sort of. So it's like this anime is sort of serious, and I feel like Ryuk is like, and Misa there are times they just like break the anime a little bit. It's like, hey, it's not all that serious, and like, hey, let's like make fun of me or joke around like this. My favorite part was when Ryuk didn't get his apple and he was starting to twist his body and everything, and he was begging like so badly for the apple. I was really laughing my ass off on that, but I really wanted to see more Ryuk of him like just talking or him doing just like weird shit around Light. But instead, he just did whatever Light told him. And at the end, we're really gonna spoil this right now, that at the end, Light dies by Ryuk from his Death Note, and I think it was the deal that they both agreed on as upon of him taking the Death Note, that Ryuk didn't accidentally drop it. He was just bored. In the world of the Shinigami, there really isn't much to do there, so Ryuk decided, alright, but I'm gonna just drop my notebook, see what happens. And Light was bored too, until he found the Death Note. Well, he didn't find the Death Note, he just looked, and then there was a notebook that just dropped out of the sky. It's just like, wow. And it's really, it's Light. It really got Ryuk laughing, because Light really thought he had a purpose now, because he dropped this Death Note, that he thought, oh, he was the chosen one. Oh, he is superior. Oh, that. No, it's just like, that could have happened to anybody who ever picked up the Death Note, but, it is what it is. And I really, again, what I said earlier, I really like the first half when it's just like Light versus L, of how both intelligent those guys are and how they're going at it neck and neck, closer enough for Light to get away with it and for L to almost getting him. Like, there's at some point that L almost got him, but Light killed him. Well, not exactly he killed him. Another Shinigami, forgot her name, that she killed him too. But then the second half, it's just a copy and paste, and there was just like nothing too different. It was just another guy who is supposed to be L superior and everything. They just, him and another guy, for I think it's Mellow and N, they just both worked together, and then they just got him. So it was just like, there was nothing new there, and I didn't like how they just, let's just repeat the first half again, but just separate it into two different characters. I really didn't like that. I felt like they could have done something different to order to catch him. I really thought for the first 36 episodes that they were gonna, like, Light was I was confident that Light was gonna get away with this all, but at the end of it, he really got caught red-handed and he was just dead. So there was really nothing much you can do there, and then pretty much the world is gonna be normal again. So I don't expect this anime to have a second season. If it did, I would be really surprised to see if Death Note will get a second season. Not necessarily towards Light or whatchamacallit, or Misa, but like, maybe in a couple of years ahead of time, it could be like a spin-off or a soft spin-off or something about, hey, this person can follow up to Kira's footsteps or something. But hey, I can only imagine. But I would like to give this anime a good solid 8 out of 10. Again, I really wanted. It's not two big points because I did talk about the second half of the Ryuk thing. I just want. It's just what I prefer that I should, like would want to watch, but or what would love to what I think should be added more. But yeah, I give this anime a good solid 8 out of 10. Let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. If not, that's a-okay with me. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sandigos239, and I hope you all have a wonderful morning, night, and day, evening, whatever the occasion is. And I will see you all, lovely ladies and gentlemen, in the next one. Next one I will be watching is Attack on Titan, but I have like two more. I have two animes I'm watching right now. So yeah, later everybody.